Hello, so this is Harriet Frew, eating disorder therapist, here to support you in overcoming disordered eating and finding peace with food. So thank you so much for listening today. So today I'm going to talk about how to actually love yourself. Because I think this is something that's talked about so much on Instagram and TikTok and all the places, but sometimes I think we're left wondering, how do I actually practically do it? And I guess often it's more than having a bubble bath or something like that. So I'm going to talk a bit about my own experiences, give you some thoughts and reflections and things to work on. And I guess it's really an ongoing process, as with many things in life. So if you're on the body image healing road, you've probably been told multiple times by multiple people that you simply need to love yourself, and that your desire for thinness is a marker of not feeling good enough, and that you're seeking scraps of worthiness through conforming towards the body ideal. Now, I know myself, when I was in the dreary depths of bulimia, wise people would often dispense this advice to me with noble intentions, and I would placatingly nod my head, while secretly rolling my eyes and having zero understanding of how to do this. It felt like some ephemeral, nice to have, fluffy concept. And self-love is sadly not a quick fix pill, rather a lifelong journey that needs regular cultivation and attention. And it's an important journey to take. Otherwise, the miserable alternative is neurotic self-preoccupation and judgment. And it can't be firmly rooted with a luxury bubble bath or spa visit, although these delights might be sprinkles on the top of a cup filled fully. But a truly self-loving relationship offers an internal fortitude of peace and contentment. It vastly improves your relationships, romantic and otherwise. It allows the possible fulfillment and deep appreciation of work and hobbies, and it allows you to form a haven inside of yourself. So I'm going to explore how to navigate this self-love process with some practical steps for change. So if you're stuck in the dreary depths of self-loathing and compare and despair, then this post or audio might be just what you need. Okay, so number one, responsibility. So self-love starts with you taking responsibility. Now, sadly, no knight in shining armor or fairy godmother is going to scoop you up and shower you with your desired love and validation, at least not consistently. And no guru or wise teacher can tell you exactly what to do with your life. They are not you. Now, I know on my personal development journey, I was constantly waiting for permission to do the brave thing, to leave my job, to take the risk, to have a voice, to honour my preferences. I wanted some sage to hold my hand and tell me that it would all be okay. I wished them to offer me a safety net and reassurances. And when making a life choice, I would harness the opinions of anyone and everyone, regardless of their authority and helpfulness in the process. Someone knew better than me, I was sure of it. But outsourcing my decisions to well-meaning friends and family was often a fruitless and frustrating process, because no one else lived in my head with my unique perspectives and feelings. And I would often be asking advice from someone who had lived a vastly different life from my own. Then understandably, their opinion would be intentionally helpful, but based on their own experience and often fearful projections. So I would passively follow their advice. Then I'd be resentful and angry that I hadn't listened to myself, but chased others' approval over mine. So you need to be brave and begin to listen to your inner voice. To do this, you need to get quiet and allow yourself to slow down and breathe. You might need to journal for many days to get clarity, or walk in nature without the constant distraction of podcasts or music to allow your thoughts to float to the surface. You might need to speak your words out loud in the car when driving alone to give them unconditional space to be expressed. And you'll be used to overthinking with your rational mind and overriding the inner body signals. But often you will know the best decision for yourself, even if you don't trust it. Notice how your body responds to a choice. Do you feel uplifted, excited, drawn to, peaceful? Or do you notice a sinking feeling of should and obligation? So start with the little decisions that don't matter so much. Begin to listen to your inner guidance, regardless of what others think or what looks good to the world. And taking responsibility can feel terrifying, but also liberating. It suddenly strips back all the clutter and shoulds and brings you back into alignment. It takes practice. As you start to know this feeling of alignment, it is almost impossible to unknow it. Take responsibility. You are the expert on you. Number 2, detaching from the opinions of others. If you're in the habit of outsourcing your worth and decision making to the other people in your life, then the taking responsibility piece is going to feel uncomfortable, both for you and maybe for them. Others may miss being your saviour and guru, and they may worry that you won't make good decisions and be attached to fixing and helping. And you may fear disappointing them or facing their disapproval. Hopefully, though, you'll find that others are encouraging and fully supportive of your newfound autonomy. Even if they are, you will naturally feel mistrusting of your own decision making at the start. You will lack confidence in it. You will be tempted to reach out. So you may need to protect yourself from well-intentioned advice offered up by those close to you. Give yourself the space to step into your power and knowing. So this means not oversharing or seeking reassurance at the first opportunity. Rather, allow yourself to consider and reflect. It will feel daunting and unfamiliar as it's a new way of being. But you are your own inner expert. No one else is inside your head with your unique thoughts and perspectives. Trust this knowing. Number 3, you decide and set your boundaries. You get to decide if you're attractive or clever or spiritual or interesting. You get to decide your study subject, your friends or job choice. You get to decide where you wish to go on holiday. You define your personal parameters. This means no more sideways looking at what someone else is doing as a marker of your growth. Endless comparisons can be confusing and distracting. Of course, others can inspire you to reach your goals, but stop putting others on a pedestal pitted against yourself. Start to trust yourself and your decisions. This is the most profound and radical act of self-love that is truly life-changing. And you can still show kindness and respect to others as you walk your path. Not everyone will like the upgraded and decisive version of you, but the people that stick around are your deepest, authentic cheerleaders who love you without conditions. 5 high-quality, emotionally connected friends are worth 20 people-pleasing acquaintances. Be brave and set your boundaries with kindness and firmness, showing respect for yourself and others. Some examples. This situationship doesn't work for me. I would like something more where I can emotionally connect and build a relationship with someone. Thank you for the wonderful times we have shared, and I wish you all the best in finding the connection you're seeking. I can't pick you up from the station at 1 a.m. Let's find another way to make sure you can get home safely. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not able to make this time, but please do ask me again. Number 4, the inner work. Have your own personal goals that truly matter to you, as sometimes it's easy to get swept along with other people's agendas. You get to define your path, not your parents, friends, your partner, or anyone else. Remember that you are enough exactly as you are. You are not your job title or relationship status. You get to decide how your kindness or integrity or conscientiousness is expressed. And this is a quiet inner knowing just for you, not for validation and a trumpet fanfare. And if the fanfare comes, it's just the icing on a solid inner cake. As chasing external approval leads to a fruitless and relentless climbing of mountains that you may not wish to climb, it's weary and exhausting. So on the journey, life will throw you hard lessons, and this is when your inner growth accelerates. In the dark moments, you might feel in the dreary depths of lost and confused land, but from these shadowy places, inner clarity and learning springs forth as fresh shoots. It's courageous and dirty work, but you can do it. Number 5, enjoy the ride. Do not run through life so fast that you forget not only where you've been, but also where you're going. Life is not a race, but a journey to be savoured each step of the way. Take time to appreciate life without rushing through it, remembering to slow down and smell the roses, having gratitude for the little things. Work to live in the present and to milk the bliss from the mundane. Try not to make life more difficult than it needs to be by filling your days with mini joys and pleasures. And rest and recharge often, savouring a 5-minute cup of tea with appreciation and happiness. And trust your own inner guidance, asking yourself, am I doing this because I want to or because I feel that I should? Work to eliminate the unnecessary shoulds. Good luck and don't give up. Realise that genuine self-love is an ongoing daily practice of commitment and dedication to yourself. You have all the wisdom and tools within you, even if you don't recognise them yet. Keep going. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you're not following me already on Instagram, do seek me out at the Eating Disorder Therapist _ And for further support with your relationship with food, do go to the eatingdisordertherapist.co.uk. If you enjoy this podcast, I will be so grateful if you'd follow, rate and review, as it helps it reach so many more listeners. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to sharing another podcast episode with you very soon.